My name is Mark Hammer. I'm an architect. I've got a home in Truro. I've been coming to the Cape since 1970 when I first moved to the Boston area, but didn't really feel myself as a member of the community until we bought our house in 1995. And for the last 21 years have been participating as much as we can here. My practice is primarily on the Cape. We do second homes for people in Truro, Provincetown, and Wellfleet. I really enjoy that work. It's the people that I work with here are largely here for the same reason I'm here, and we love the Cape, and we share a lot of values, which makes doing architecture with them a joy. I'm standing in front of a portrait of Lee Elman. Lee is swimming in off the coast of Mexico, and I was actually with her that day. We were all snorkeling off a reef near a vacation home that we rented in Acoma. And we had become friends several years earlier when we met them just after moving to the Cape, and were vacationing with Ray and Lee, my wife Ellen, and our sons Julian and their son Evan. Somewhat later on, I joined the board of Castle Hill, and Lee was president at the time, and I served with her on the board, and was always struck by her ability to create order out of messiness, and her ability to take charge. She was always connecting things and putting things together and making things happen where there were loose ends, and I saw that all the time when we socialized with them at their many dinner parties at their house, and all the other times that we met with friends, mutual friends. The one story about Lee that stands out happened a number of years later after we had met. Our sons, as I said, met when they were about 5 and 6 years old, and just before my son's bar mitzvah, Julian's a year older than Evan, we were starting to plan the bar mitzvah, and Lee was appalled by the messiness in our plans, the fact that we had so many loose ends and that things weren't tied together. And she sort of let it go for a while, but I think at a certain point it just became too much for her. And she didn't take charge, and she didn't do it for us, but she created a checklist of things that we needed to do and things that had to happen in order to make this event happen. And she was on Ellen. This happened, Ellen and Lee used to run together every morning. They'd run from Truro Center to the Boston Beach and back. And they would start discussing where Ellen was in the planning. And Lee would kind of prompt her each week and say, have you done this yet? Have you done that yet? And it was, I think without Lee, we would have had a messier bar mitzvah as it turned out. It was terrific. She helped us organize everything. She made sure that this was taken care of and that was taken care of. And it was a great event.